First off, it's all about the U. Time to give out the 2009 midseason report card for the Miami Hurricanes football team. A couple of notes before I give out these grades. First half of the year, I felt we did a lot of things. For the most part, I felt the running. What bothers me a little bit is we're allowing more yards on the ground than we are getting them. 801 to 758. I like the way we're passing the ball. We're out passing our opponents, and we have our defense is allowing 1,834 yards total in 6 games. Break it down, that's an average of 305 yards a game. It needs to get a little better, but I think overall we're doing okay there. Penalties, that's still a problem. See, we have 10 more penalties than our opposition. You know, and 11, almost over 11, over 10 yards more a game in penalties than our opponents do, and that needs to get that we have to start addressing that. You know, that needs to get better. We're on third downs. That's still a little high. They're allowing 37% on third down conversions to our 43. We got to start getting more stingier on third downs. You know, sacks. Opponents have sacked our quarterback 16 times this year. We've only had 12, and that needs to get. We need to get that stat up and protect Jacory a little more. So I just didn't like the fact that we're getting we're allowing 3.6 yards a carry, while we're getting 3.5. While still good, we can be better. We have 10 touchdowns rushing to 6, so I felt that's pretty good. We can get better there. Now with that said, let me get the first half report card. I am going to give the offense. I'm going to give C pluses across the board: offense, defense, and special teams. The reason I give the offense a C plus on average, when you break it down, pass protection still a little poor. Again, we need to get more effective on the ground. Yes, we have 10 touchdowns, but I'd like to see us establish more of a running game in the second half of the season, and have better protection for Jacory overall. 7 picks. You know, we have to get that stat drop down. Defense. The reason I give it C plus to the defense is, again, we've only had 3 interceptions this year by the secondary. Yeah, we've allowed 6 touchdowns passing and 6 rushing, so that's still okay. But the thing I don't like is defensively we're committing mistake after mistake, and that's got to get better. That's got to get better. When you look at the red zone, where our opponents are scoring 42% touchdowns and 74% of scores in the red zone. Overall, when you think about it, I think we have to bring that 8 for 19. That's 42% we're allowing defensively in the red zone. We can be better there, but I like the way we're doing. What we're doing. Second half, second quarter, then second half, we really find ways to clamp down defensively. Second quarter, our opponents only score 13 points. Our offense scores 41, and that could be that we do well in the second quarter, but I like to see us do better in the rest of the quarters too. But our most explosive quarter has been the second this year. My first half MVPs, I'm gonna give, of course, offensively. This is an all no-brainer. Jacory Harris is my first half offensive MVP. 11 touchdowns, but 7 picks. Very efficient, 157, 2.3. 7 interceptions is something I think we gotta still address that a little bit. Gotta address that. I could have looked at a couple of areas, LaRon, Leonard, but Jacory Harris is my first half MVP offensively. Defensively, my first half MVP on defense is Brandon Harris. Brandon Harris, 32 tackles, only 1 for loss, but what he does is he breaks up passes. He's becoming one of that shutdown corner. He has a pick. That's the kind of shutdown corner I like to see to continue to develop here. But right now, I could have looked at other guys, Spency, Sharp, and C-Mac, but my first half MVP is definitely Brandon Harris. And of course, on special teams, Matt Bosher's my MVP because the guy, other than the bad game against Georgia Tech, when he missed the 2 field goals, this guy is always clutch. Has been clutch. When we need him when we need points, he gets it for us. So that was my MVP. So that's my grades and report card and my MVPs for the first half of the season. So I'll see you again second half of the season on YouTube. So that's my report card. And as always, win or lose, go Canes.